Alright. Howdy ho guys, it's Bowjinjin here again with another Let's Play. And this time around I'm playing a game that's slightly different from the games that I've played recently. This will be my very first blind Let's Play of a game. I kind of stumbled across this game just yesterday actually. I was watching Nico B, who is another YouTube Let's Player. Shoutouts to him. He introduced me to this game, and the first time I laid eyes on this game, I was like, oh man, I have to play this game, man. It looks so up my alley. So, aside from the fact that I know it's a game about bartending and waifus, like, I don't really know much else about the game. So yeah, this will be my very first blind Let's Play. So we'll see, based on this playthrough, whether or not I'm cut out to be a blind Let's Player, and maybe I should just stick to games I already know. But we'll see. It's nice to play a new game though on this channel. So yeah, that's pretty much the extent of my knowledge. I had a quick look on Wikipedia, and I did my research, a little bit of research on this game. But yeah, the first thing you'll notice is it is an absolutely beautiful game. Oh, just listen to that theme. Just listen to that freaking theme. It's very reminiscent of Meguro Shoji, who is the composer to the Persona games, obviously. But yeah, like, the music was probably the thing that drew me. Like, as I've explained in previous games, music is always an important part of the experience for me. But so yeah, I'll kind of talk a bit on the game and what I know about the game as we go into it. But let's get started, shall we? Thank you for playing VA-11 Hal A, or if you put all the words together, I'll just say Valhalla because that's probably easier to say. Thank you for playing Valhalla. This game is best played getting comfortable. Get some drinks, some snacks, and enjoy. Sit back and relax. We hope you have a good time. I hope I have a good time too. So yeah, I guess because this is a game, from what I've seen of this game, it's very heavy on the visual novel elements. So I will do some kind of dialogue basically, but I have a tendency to go a bit overboard, so like I'll try and kind of keep it a bit kind of understated, because I feel that this game is, I feel that I will respect the kind of tone of this game, which is very kind of dark and mysterious, So Anna, we have our very first character here. Psst. Hey, over here. Boo. How's that for an entrance? Come on, Joe, look sharp. The game's starting and the player needs a good first impression of its main character. I know you served a bunch of tuxedo-clad corgis over the weekend and the bar will eventually close. And I'll admit my little prank on you might have gone a bit overboard. But remember, life is 90% how you take it. Stay focused and look at the brighter side of things. I have no idea what the brighter side is, but you should totally find it. In any case, you should totally check that parcel you just got. See ya. Oh, okay. Oh, just a dream. Actually, this might be me, so I might give this person a British accent. Chapter 1, Prime Mirror. Is that the name of the bar, maybe? So yeah, like, the extent of my knowledge is that we are a waifu bartender, and our job is to serve drinks, essentially. Your membership to Shining Fingered will automatically renew on the 17th. Make sure your account has at least 800 by then. Okay, so we have our first quota. Make sure to save your data using Life Backup app. You can now browse the Augmented Eye. So, this being an indie game, obviously, there's probably a lot of references that I might miss. Although, just right off the bat, like, this game is obviously very highly influenced by, you know, Japanese culture. As you can see, Boss and me holding the lock. So we have our little Android phone thing here, and we have our little cute little slut, our cute little room here, and our kotatsu, which we are kind of toasting underneath right now. 4. So what was that letter from? Nobody. Okay, we don't need to do that. We have 0 money. So what do? Do we just go to work? Can we interact with any of this stuff? Can we wear our slut t-shirt? That seems to be a no. Hold to unlock. Okay. What do we have here? Add app does nothing. It's the 13th. Oh, well, this is, I'm guessing American time, so it's the 12th. No. There's no 13th month. What am I talking about? 13th of December. So it is not American format. What's this? The Augmented Eye. Mass emigration continues as Wonderlanders under the newest threat. Cyborg in heels returns next year. Good to know, good to know. We have a jukebox here. I could go through all of these, but I think I will abstain for now, because we will probably hear them as the game unfolds. This is our life backup app. And we can't add any apps now, which is interesting because it leads one to think that perhaps there will be more apps later on, but we'll see. Okay, so let's actually save our game first and foremost so that we know how that works. Okay, seems simple enough. Right, okay, so I guess this is just news. So we know that, like, there's some kind of dystopian thing going on. But yeah, this game is obviously it's well, I say obviously, but it's very it's essentially a cyberpunk themed game. So like there's a lot of kind of high tech dystopian themes going on here, which I absolutely love. But yeah, let's go to work, I guess. Enough of me rambling on about stuff. Good evening. Hey there, Jill. Oh, hey, John. When will you admit you have a John face, Jill? When you let people call me Jules. Quiet. Are you okay? You look distracted. Where's Boss? Dunno. She went out to buy some stuff and... did you hear what I just told you? You said something? Yes, that you look distracted. Very, very distracted. It's nothing. I'm just thinking about stuff. What stuff? Well, I have to pay rent by the 30th, which is always stressful, and... It's also the fact that I spent a full hour yesterday apparently talking to myself. Not to mention the fact that 2 days ago I found the bar is at risk of closing. So not only is my life being shaken up, I'm apparently going crazy. On top of that, Neutering 4 left me with a completely empty wallet, and I'll get evicted if I miss rent again. And there are all the beer cans around my apartment, and... Jill! Sorry, did you say something? Can you really work today? Of course I can! Let's go through the basics then, shall we? Just in case. If you can make a Piano Man, I'll skip the rest, but bear with me for a second here, okay? Okay. Let's start with Sugar Rush. Oh, our first drink. Okay, what do we do? Look for the recipe using the navigation bar in the recipe book that will show up on the top left. Okay. You can also sort drinks by flavors like sweet or types like manly. Drag the desired amount of ingredients from the cells on the right to the shaker in the center. Okay. Jill, I guess, Jillian. Well then, when done, press the mix button and then press it again to stop mixing. Check the serve button or the drink itself will to serve it, and that'll be all. Okay, so we need to add stuff and stop when there's enough, and then when everything's mixed we can serve it, right? Oh, but if the drink looks messed up, you'll have to press the reset button and try again. Okay, at least we can reset. You can reset at any time, even while the shaker is moving. Don't be afraid to use it. Jill, I'm the one that went through the formal BTC training. I got this, okay, girl. You know, no need for this lecture. Then this should be no problem. Jill wants either Sugar Rush or a Piano Man. If I mess up the ingredients of the drink, I can. Okay. So, we cannot press this. Use the navigation bar to start browsing. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, okay, cool. So we either have a Piano Man, or I forget the other, Sugar Rush. Let's start with a Sugar Rush first. 2 Adelhyde. I almost read that as like aldehyde. I'm guessing it's probably a play on the word, but like it's kind of worrying. And 1 powdered delta with optional carmetrine, all mixed. Sweet, light and fruity, as girly as it gets. Alright. Okay, so we have 24 drinks at our disposal. Let's try making this first. So we need 2 aldehyde. That's 1. That's 2. 1 powdered delta. And an optional carmetrine. Let's add it for shits and giggles. And then we mix it. I don't know when we're supposed to. Okay, I think we can just mix it and immediately start it. So what do we do now? Oh, okay. Here, happy now? A little, but not quite. Let's do 1 more. I know. Please humor me for a bit, please. I'm bored. Some drinks need to be blended. This is done by mixing it for over 5 seconds. You can tell it's being blended when the shaker starts moving faster. You also need to check if the drink should be served on the rocks or aged. What the fuck is aged? Check ice and age buttons on the side to select the one you need. And in case it wasn't obvious, on the rocks means you have to toggle the ice tab. It should be noted that the station will add the ice after mixing. Okay. It's not something you should mind though, it's just a fun fact. Okay. Give me a moonblast and I'll leave you alone. Keep in mind what I said. Yeah. Right, okay. A funny kind of bit of trivia is that I worked as a bartender for like 3 months. So like, I should know what I'm doing technically, but it's kind of a bit overwhelming right now. Moonblast, right? Moonblast. 6 Adelhyde, 1 powdered delta, 1 Flanaguide, and 2 carmetrine. All on the rocks and blended. What the hell does aged mean? Sweet, girly, happy. Okay. Sounds that way. So let's start by adding the Adelhyde. That's 1, that's 2. Is there a faster way of doing this? I guess not. 6, 1 powdered delta, 1 Flanaguide, and 2 carmetrines. And then we need to add ice somehow. Ice. Okay. Oh, I don't know what it means, but there's a icon here. So let's mix that for 5 seconds. They said. Okay. So that's nice that it speeds up, because otherwise you'd have to count. Here, did I amuse you for long enough? You did. Sorry to hold you. Let's get working. Yeah. Oh yeah, before I forget. You can make any drink big by doubling the amount of ingredients. But if the recipe already has over 10 ingredients, the drink is already big. Oh, and if a recipe says it uses optional carmetrine, it means you can use none or fill it to the brim. Optional carmetrine doesn't count towards making a big drink, of course. Carmetrine is the alcoholic factor in a drink. It doesn't change the taste, but the amount still has an effect. If you add too much of it, the client will get drunk faster, so please be mindful of that. So, what's the benefit of using it ever? Are you done with the exposition? Now I am, yeah. What accent? Should I give that? Let's see what she looks like. Oh, she's like a tomboy. So I'll give her like a tomboy voice, hopefully. Oh, but huh? Who's that? I don't know. Found her while I was out shopping. Why bring her here? Well, it was either leave her outside at the mercy of society's finest, or bring her unconscious body in here. She's gonna make such a ruckus when she wakes up, you know that. That's up for you to deal with. I'm out of here. Bye. Peace. You can't just push that responsibility onto us. We have work to do it, damn it. There are two of you. Believe in yourselves. Alright. Do you think Chief knocked her out? Nah, that's unlikely. She'd be crowing about it or taunting us if that were the case. And it's not like her to pick on such a small girl. At least not unprovoked. Yeah, you're right. We'll just need to keep it quiet. She seems to be just sleeping soundly, not comatose at the very least. Yeah. Okay then, time to start the night. Yes, I'll start working while you go clean the bathroom. Come again? Well, you spent the whole weekend and Monday doing God knows what. We've had some interesting clients come in. Dogs, lots of them. Like, actual dogs? You're joking. Jill, you've known me for how long now? Do I look like the kind of woman who would make a joke like that? Well, so, as punishment for leaving me to deal with all of that on my lonesome, you'll be in charge of cleaning the bathrooms. Have fun! Just that. Fine, I see no problem. Where's the cleaning stuff? Here. You brought that from home, didn't you? That I did. Fine! With that out of the way, let's play some music on the new jukebox. Yeah. Not that I don't dig this music right now. This model needs to have all of its 12 slots filled with songs before. Oh, okay, interesting. Wonder what was the logic behind that decision. It makes sense. But it makes even more sense to let like customers select songs, but can I preview them? Oh, I love that sound effect as well. That's awesome. How do I right click. We'll swap two songs by clicking on both. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of go with everything. I like that one as well. All systems go. Where do I go from here? Wow, there's so many tracks. There's 11 pages of tracks. Shout out to oh crap, I forgot his name. Sorry, give me 1 second. I shouldn't have forgotten his name because I'm like a new fan of his now. But his name is Michael Kelly, you know, the composer of this game. Yeah, I'm a new fan of his now because his music is awesome. Right, time to mix drinks and change lives. Hey you, get me a beer. Oh sure, right on it. He wants a beer. He looks quite big on the. He looks like quite a big guy though. So maybe is that implying that I should give him a double pint or whatever? Do they have pints in like the Americas? I guess they do. Stupid question. So we need a beer. Traditionally brewed beer has become a luxury, but this one's pretty close to the real deal. Right, okay, so he looks like quite a big guy though. I'm gonna go with my gut and give him double the amount. And the amount of times that like I tapped beers in the bar, it was kind of fun actually, you know, to be fair. It just wasn't so fun when like it was a Friday night or a Saturday night. People are drunk and like, you know, people are losing track of how much they paid, and some of them were like accusing you of like having overcharged them or something. It's you know, it's an exciting environment and it's really social, but like, you know. Right, let's try that. Do I need to mix it in any certain way? I guess I need to mix it for 5 seconds, right? Sweet. Okay. How's that? What? What the fuck? What does that mean? Did I do it wrong? Oh. Okay. Well, I don't know what the hell happened there. Let's try that again. Oh, shit. Let's do it normal now. 1 powdered delta. At least there's no time limit. I think realistically there should be a time limit, but maybe that'll be introduced a bit later. Stop! What the fuck? I have no idea what's going on right now. He I'm guessing that's what I had to do? Like, I have no idea. Is there something I'm doing wrong? There's a bit of a Phantasy Star Online vibe to his music as well, which is something that I really appreciate. Mix. Okay. Here you go. Like, ignore the other 2 times that I was just, I'm in training, right? No, this isn't gonna cut it. Give me a big one. Sure. That's what I did last time, right? But I think I mixed it too long or something. So let's do that again. 4 of these. 2 of these. 4 of these. 8 of these. Mix. Stop. How about this one? Ah, yes. Now this one's fit for a man like me. Ugh. Right. You're lucky I was in a meeting close by. This hellhole could certainly use a presence like mine. Although, to be fair, work has taken me to worse hellholes, like New Jersey number 3. Huh. What kind of work do you do, mister? You're talking to Donovan D. Dawson, chief editor and owner of the Augmented Art. Oh, okay. So he made that app. Nothing gets published there without my blessings. The day started with quite the interesting fellow, it seems. So you're the one to blame for the barrage of daily articles on Alice_Rabbit then? Hey, people love those articles. They love reading about that urban legend. Can you blame them? The idea of some wildcat hacker working for their own goals and nobody else's? That's the kind of corny shit that brings the clicks from all kinds of people. And clicks bring money, and money brings nice stuff. Stuff like cars and houses and plastic surgery for the missus and her... Okay, alright. Well, I'm not complaining about the fact you're right about the hacker, just that you write about them every single fucking day. Some of it isn't even news, just speculations or copycats. I can't read your newspaper's daily feed without running into at least one article at Alice_Rabbit. Well, first of all, I don't write about it, my interns do. The poor bastards think it'll help make them full-time employees. I'm just capitalizing on this topic while it's popular. And second, you're tired of one article about a supposed hacker, but not all the daily stories about murders and other horrors? Well, I always filter out that section. I don't want to start my day scared and bitter. I have enough pressure and problems as is. I don't need to add Bush City's lovely citizens to that list. You're smarter than you look, kid. But if more people were like you, I'd go bankrupt in the lack of traffic. Some very relevant social narrative going on right now. Still, maybe my job will be easier. How so? People get people get bored of a certain kind of news after seeing it repeatedly. When I started in this job, it only took the news of some elderly woman being killed or guaranteed clicks. Now you need an elderly woman carrying a sick baby boy getting hit by a truck. I feel a bit guilty because like the music's playing and it's fucking awesome and I'm talking over it. So maybe I should tone it down a bit, but I don't know. That's not enough. They need a full sub-story behind it. That's why I like those urban legends. They're easy to write about and you can make up any shit you want. Spam them while they're hot. I like doing the voices though. And even people like you. People who avoid the murder stories will see them. That brings money, and like I said, money's good. Huh, I guess he has a point. What about the opinion columns? Aren't those a good source of traffic too? Oh, I hate those brats. They just write about how they're better than everyone else. They might also write about how everyone likes a certain something should be sodomized. Okay, it's a bit far. The worst part about that is they know half of the clicks, of our clicks, come from them, so they get all diva-like on my ass. I think you're being too harsh. I mean, what about... No, wait, I was thinking of another newspaper. Yeah, the columnists on your page are annoying. See? The kid on the restaurant critique column. Shit, forgot that brat's name. Restaurant? Look, I believe that's... That kid. Couldn't care less about his name. Anyway, his column is the least visited of the bunch. He gets less hits than the obituaries. However, he still insists that I keep paying for his adventures through outrages at restaurants. I wouldn't have any problem with that if he actually wrote about half of the places he visits. How so? He rarely writes about the places the newspaper sends him to. I've even heard he tries to get free meals by proclaiming that he's a food critic. Poor bastard only gets laughed at when he says that. I do remember some guy coming here asking for free drinks and saying he was a critic or whatever. Did he look like a fat child with a really small face? No. Wasn't this one then? Anyway, all this talk made me thirsty. Try to give me a beer this time, please. That's what I gave you last time, dickhead. Coming right up. Alright. Beer again, this man likes his beers. They come in cheaper in bulk at the store though. Well, we're not going to turn that our way because we're going to use the same tactics that he uses on the unsuspecting masses on him. How's that for sweet justice? I'm liking this game so far. It's gotten social narrative. It's a bit sassy. I like it. Okay, 1 aldehyde, adelhyde, 2 Bronson extracts. Okay, so let's... Did he say he wanted the big one? I might as well give him the big one. 2 of these. This is actually very accurate to how like real bartending is. Like, you spend like 75% of your time chatting like clients up, so that they'll spend more money, right? That's the idea of the tactic behind that. Yeah, and you just shoot shit for most of the time, and then like when you get thirsty, you get them a drink. Here. It's the big things that make life worthwhile. What about big troubles? Did I stutter, kid? Right. So tell me, do you see many celebrities in this hellhole? Please stop referring to this place as a hellhole. I work here. If a place smells like soap and dog piss, I'm within my constitutional rights to call it a hellhole. If that's what it takes for you to call something a hellhole, you haven't seen half the shit out there, mate. I'm doing my best here, thank you very much. Who was that? Nobody important. Hey, I heard that! Don't be offended by what I say, kid. I'm insulting the building, not you. You could think of it as a small hell and hole, rather than a hellish hole, if you like. Charming. If nonsensical. So, celebrities. Not really, at least not that I know of. Why? Well, to begin with, you have serious VIPs as a client, but I don't see you losing your shit. You're not making me feel special, honey. And second, because I'm always up for gossip regarding famous people. It pays my food bills, you know? Especially the red carpet kind of famous. Those folks people really pretend to love but actually want to see fall from grace. Wow. This game is hitting home runs all over the place. Pretend to love? Fall from grace? Why do you think that gossip about famous people always sells? People pretend they love celebs, but what they really want to see is their idols torn down to their level. Well, maybe that's a bit too cynical, but there is a degree of truth to it. They want to see them suffer, to get their comeuppance for daring to be so much more successful than them. Nah, I think gossip is just something everyone enjoys, but nobody wants to admit to enjoying, because they're bored, and, you know, their lives are boring, I guess. You thought wrong, but even if you were right, it wouldn't change the fact that people love that kind of stuff. They want to escape their lives, there we go, by living someone else's, vicarious living. I promote it. Sadly, I fail to see the appeal in that whole thing. What do I care if this guy I saw in some random movie was wearing socks with scandals, or if they're dating God knows who? Granted, socks with scandals is practically a public indecency, but still, is it though? Is it? Oh please, as a bartender I bet you have a strong voyeuristic streak. Your kind always loves to hear that stuff. You would think so, wouldn't you? Just like hairdressers. This sounds hypocritical coming from you. Even if that's the case, guilty as charged. I don't sensationalize what people do. I don't make it more than that person you know from TV acts like a human. Sensationalize is the key word here. Just the other day I saw this committee judge bitching over what some girl was wearing to the store. No matter what you say, these people don't exist solely to entertain the public. But this problem exists because they're the ones constantly cultivating the idea that they're perfect and untouchable. Whoa, buddy! Sounds so high and mighty, but like your job doesn't seem so very much more noble than what these people are doing. Going to exotic locales, dressing in elegant ways, indulging in every luxury they can think of. Okay, so I see your kind of the thing behind you now. I see what you're about, Donovan. Or that just leaves All that just leaves the public craving for those little moments where they make a mistake and fall to the level. So basically, I know I really shouldn't be like stating my opinions like so like thingy, you know, it's up to you to come up with your own opinions, but like this guy, what I can tell from him is that he does this stuff for a living, he's kind of investing in it, but like he's secretly also bitter, you know, so he kind of hates the medicine that he provides, basically, kind of a thing. Can't say that's a lie, but sometimes the crowd just wants to see the human, and I can stand behind that. Hey, that dude that plays the nice guy is indeed a really nice guy, despite the fact that people think that he's a terrible guy, and that he puts up a front so that he can sell stuff. To be fair, the gossip articles don't help, sensationalizing everything, you know, what you do. It feels like they're instigating a behavior that shouldn't even be acknowledged in the first place, you know? You like your big words, eh, brat? Well, two can play that game of, hey, you're a bartender, right? Okay, what was he trying to say? I guess, like, I don't even know what he's trying to say. No, I'm a lab rat hell-bent on world conquest. What do you think I'm fucking doing? Sarcasm wastes my time. At least you can recognize it. Wasting my time, my money, and your energy. Refrain from using it. Anyway, I just realized that a bartender like you must have heard quite a few stories in a career. Talk about changing topics, dude, and being evasive as hell. Maybe. Why? Wouldn't you like a column talking about those? I bet they would sell quite well. It would be like that priest who published confessionary stories, and then got excommunicated and lynched. Oh my god. People usually tell me all this stuff because they know I'm just a simple bartender. A personal stranger of sorts. This is interesting. This is very interesting. I guess, like, you could, yeah, you know, I guess bartenders are kind of like, in a sense, in the same way that like musicians are, you know, they're kind of like, you know, the social glue, and like they kind of, well, a bartender kind of hears all these stories from people, and they're the people that, you know, people talk to, you know, when they're down and out, I guess. We could have had ghostwriting, half of our staff to do that. They do? You don't really think Lana Smithy is just one person, do you? Figures. Yeah, anyway. Sorry. That's chill. Anyway. I need a drink. My voice is getting a bit coarse from doing this voice. Eventually, the people from the stories would know it's them and blame me. Not only would that hurt us as a business, it would hurt me. I really like hearing clients rant about their lives, you know? It makes my job a bit more satisfying. Oh, and it would hurt the clients too, I guess, you know? Just as a byproduct. Well, if you ever retire, that offer's waiting for you. Yeah, like you'll remember me 2 weeks from now. Poncy bastard. Sure. Do you want another drink, Mr. Donovan? Mr. Donovan. Mr. Donovan. Did I say something wrong? Not at all, I just really like the sound of that. You know, it makes me sound more important than I probably actually really am. Mr. Donovan. Mr. Donovan. Is it really that special? At work, everyone calls him Mr. Dawson or Boss. Boss is just a title. It's too impersonal and cold. Oh, check this music. I'm gonna turn it up. Ah, this music. Is it? It is. Mr. Dawson was my father and grandfather. It's too general. But Mr. Donovan, now that's more like it. Ah, this music. They're referring to me, to the man in front of them. Not to my family, not to my position as boss, to me. Really? Do you want your employees to get personal with you, Mr. Donovan? Oh, gods no, but I want them to fear me, not because I'm their boss or the name appearing in their paychecks, but rather because I strike mortal dread into them, because that's the only way that I can feel valued in society. Starting tomorrow, I'm gonna make everyone call me that. Oh yeah, you were asking something? What was it? Drink another one, do you? Ah, yes. But I need to cut myself off. I just remembered I had a night shift there later. Give me something bitter and big, but not alcoholic. I need to wake myself. Okay, fine. For the first time in this game, we have to... Oh, I love that song. I wonder what that song was called. I'm going to have to look it up in between episodes. But give me something bitter and big, but not alcoholic. So no Comitrine. Bitter and big. I can do that. Bitter and big. How do I go back? Gut punch. I definitely want to give him that, so I'm going to give him that. Metaphorically, of course. A gut punch is 5 Bronson extract. 1 Flanagide, no alcohol. All aged and mixed. Aged and mixed. It's supposed to mean a punch made of innards, but the name actually describes what you feel while drinking it. Okay. I wouldn't like that to happen to me, so, but I guess to each his own. Fail, huh? So what do I gotta do? 5. All aged and mixed, right? Do I gotta do that very first or something? Is there an order to this? 2 of these. No commentary. Okay, you don't have to drink. You don't have to mix it that much. Here you go. Paint me blue and call me suit. I can actually do it. This'll help me stay up late tonight. Say, kid, does this bar have any investors? He didn't call it a hellhole? There was some bloke named Sven that wanted to give us money if we stamped his face all over the place. Hey, I'm actually in character. Bloke. But aside from that, no. These bars are pretty much like any fast food chain, so there are no local investors. Why? Why? Just wanted to let you know how lucky you bastards are. Investors suck harder than my first wife's mouth. Oh, too TMI, dude, TMI. Those bastards think they're so important because they put their money in the company. Well, that's kind of true. Well, I mean, you give me money so you can make more. Let me do my thing and I'll give you your damn money. But no, they have to stick their noses and start changing the silliest of stuff. What good is it to be the boss if you still have to work for someone else? You still have to answer to unions, I mean, the government, and those kinds of organizations, don't you? Yeah, but that's paperwork. I make someone else do it and call it a day. These losers ask for meetings. They start talking about stuff they don't like, stuff they found offensive. And there's always that one guy or gal that says, hey, why don't you do that other newspaper does, you know? Recently they told me that they needed more clicks. More clicks! More clicks! I made sure to keep stuff spicy while still keeping production quality up, but it's never enough for them. Well, you know what? They want more clicks. I'll give them more fucking clicks. I'll show them what happens when I do what they want and don't reject ideas. They'll know who the hell Donovan D. Dawson is. Should I be worried? Nah. At least he paid before storming off. I wonder what happened with Sven though. We never heard from him again. Jill! Yes? What the hell happened in that bathroom? That kind of mess usually requires you to have thumb. Okay, I get it. Crafty dogs, I tell you. You think their short legs would hinder them? Wait, are they actually talking about dogs here? The ceiling, the sinks, the toilets, the vents! Shh, you wake up Briar Rose over there. I won't forget this! Oh. Yeah. Oh, a client. Welcome to the Valhalla. What voice I give him? Big Cat Punch Fast. Big Cat Punch Fast. Alright. He wants a gut punch. Well, I'll give him that. I should definitely give him that. Gut punch. I just gave that to the other guy. Oh, actually, you know what? Since this has been running on for a while, I will call this episode an episode and I will continue in the next episode. So cool, I hope you guys are enjoying this, my very first blind playthrough. I hope I'm not kind of being a bit too verbose about my own opinions or anything like that. But like this game kind of feeds into that side of me, which is actually very unexpected and very interesting. But so far, I'm really enjoying this game, you know, like, it's got that Japanese aesthetic to it, which is what drew me to the game in the first place. But then it's got that kind of like Western kind of punch to it, you know, that Western kind of like cynicism, which is interesting when done well, and it's definitely kind of doing it pretty well so far. So yeah, I'm having a good time, and I will carry on with this, and we'll see where it takes us. So cool. I hope you're enjoying this, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. Peace out, guys.